It's hard to believe it, but what I'm going to tell you is absolutely true. It is possible that an everyday breakfast food could lead to potentially losing your kid to child welfare services. It happened not once, but twice to new mothers in New Jersey. They say they ate poppy seed bagels on the morning of their delivery. Well, the hospitals drug tested them without their consent and found trace amounts of opiates. Staff reported them for possible neglect or abuse. In other words, they could have lost custody of their newborn children. And there were long investigations. A lawsuit on behalf of a woman named Kate L. claims the drug test was unlawful and discriminatory. She also says she's suffering emotional, mental, psychological suffering, embarrassment, and humiliation over this. The mother's attorney is with us now, Molly Linhorst with the ACLU of New Jersey. Molly, appreciate you being with us. I read your lawsuit. It makes you really angry to hear what happened to these mothers, but I want to just drill into this. They gave a urine sample before the delivery, and it tested positive. How is it legal for a hospital to drug test you without your consent?
That's a great question. And I think there are a lot of issues here. One being the fact that there wasn't consent, two being the fact that they drug tested at all, rather than speaking with the mothers to talk about, if this is a true concern, to talk about prior substance use. However, regardless, this sort of drug testing without any sort of consent is extremely problematic. And the practice of drug testing based on the fact that you are a woman or you are pregnant is discriminatory. And then beyond just the testing issue, we also have the issue of the hospitals, as you mentioned, reporting them to Child Protective Services based on a test alone.
Yeah, I get, we can all agree, right, that if someone comes in clearly incapacitated from an overdose and is treated for an overdose or is clearly using drugs during their pregnancy, there's needs to have conversations, and there are children's lives who are innocent caught in the middle of a lot of these really tragic situations. There's a big difference between that and giving someone a test that literally a poppy seed bagel can deliver a false positive for, and then calling Child Welfare Services 4 days later and keeping the baby in the hospital. Study of false positives in drug tests. The Department of Health and Human Services conducted a study that examined the results of 317,000 urine specimens that were tested for opiates and reviewed by 3 medical review officer groups, as well as 1.1 million specimens from 5 certified laboratories. The MROs reversed 87% for false positives. Why are they doing these tests anyway?
That's a great question. I think that's a question we have for these hospitals. Different hospitals have different policies. I think to your point, whether someone is obviously using drugs or not, regardless, these sorts of tests unnecessarily expose people to what's a really invasive investigation. And these sorts of tests, whether they are a true positive, whether they are a false positive, like you're saying, you're describing these poppy seed results. The fact of the matter is, testing someone without their specific informed consent is going to eliminate that trust with doctors.
Yeah,
right?
This is the only part I had a problem with. And as I said, I read the lawsuit. I was incredibly angry at what happened to this young mother and in what she was put through. Ridiculously unfair, perhaps even hurt her baby because she wasn't allowed to be next to it, and on and on and on. But the flip side of this is in there it talked about how she was terrified she could never have children again. She can't trust doctors. Isn't this, though, the flip side of why people really feel at some point people are just out for money, that this is taking it a little too far if you're saying I can never have a child again and now I want a bunch of money because of it?
I don't think so at all. Based on the trauma that these women have experienced and what they've communicated to us, I mean, this has deeply, deeply affected them and their relationships with any doctors in the future. If you can possibly imagine going through already the traumatic experience of birth, and then you are suddenly questioned as to whether or not you're going to be a good mother. This is a serious, unnecessary and invasive question that the state is presenting at a really already overwhelming time.
All right. Well, you said it's something I couldn't imagine, which is true. So we'll leave it. You won the argument, counselor. It's good to see you. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.